Before we begin, here's the screenshot for people who think that I cut out games. Eat shit. Also, I'd just like to add the video and the audio of me talking, they are completely different because I cannot commentate while recording. So, today I'm going to be telling the grand story of how I vomited during Christmas. It was a lot of fun. It happened during Christmas, that's why you see a tree in the thumbnail. I don't know. I'm using GIMP, so it might look kind of terrible. I hate GIMP so much, but anyway. On Christmas Eve, I think it was 2016. I'm pretty sure it was 2016. Yeah, 4 years ago. Um, we were in West Virginia. We were visiting my grandparents, and I thought, oh, that's so cool, cause I like my grandparents. They're pretty chill people, and they live in West Virginia, so it's like an 8-hour drive. I'm not a fan of the drive, but being there, this is the one case where the destination is more important than the journey. So we get there, and for the first couple days, everything is fine. And also, I may have misled you a bit with the title. I didn't really vomit on Christmas. I vomited on, like, the 22nd of December. So technically, this is clickbait. Maybe it was actually Christmas Eve, because it might have been at, like, 12:01. I remember it was very late. So, my mom had also gotten a new car. And you can see how this is going to build up. So, one day, the day started normally. It was all going fine. I wake up, I go downstairs, make myself some breakfast. And then my parents were like, "Oh, hey, your mom just got a new car. We should go ride it, to your great grandmother's house." So we do that, and it's not a far drive. It's only like a 5-minute drive. So we get there, everything is fine. But like halfway through that visit, despite not doing a whole lot, I'm just like sitting on the couch, just talking to people. I start to feel car sick, and I thought, well, dang, I shouldn't feel car sick. And it started to, because I'm a hypochondriac. I get like when I feel, oh, I might be sick, I have like internal panic. That probably sped up the process a whole lot. So I didn't tell anyone. I don't know why. So then we're about to go home, and we're in my mom's new car, and there's like 3 kids in there, including me. When she pulled into the driveway, she was like rocking back and forth as a joke. My aunt was also in the car, and she's like, "Oh, you're gonna make the kids barf." I'm telling you, that was foreshadowing. That was complete foreshadowing. I bet that wouldn't have happened if she hadn't said that. Okay. So, later, I'm not feeling well. As the day goes on, it gets progressively worse. Then we gotta go to a Christmas party to my uncle's place. And we go there, also in my mom's new car, which means we will also have to drive back home in my mom's new car. It seems that we seem to, love risking my mom's car as much as possible. And when I say new, we literally got it that day. Like in the morning, very early morning, my mom drove up to the driveway with the new car. And like, oh my god, guys, look! It took me 3 years to figure out what I wanted to buy. It's not even that good of a car. It's pretty good, but I don't know. Every time I go in it, the smell makes me nauseous. It's like a new car smell. I don't like new car smells at all. They smell. I don't know. It's a weird feeling, but anyway, we're at my uncle's place, and it's chill. I got like a lot of cousins there, and we chill for a while. I don't do a whole lot because I feel like crap. It probably didn't help the fact that I probably had a kilo of gummy bears, cookies, and I think some pizza rolls. Anytime you vomit, you can remember what you had that made you vomit. And if I had to guess, I'm pretty sure that was it. So that was super fun. We're about to go home, and well, I'm about to go home. My parents are still in there talking. I wanted to go back to. When I say home, I mean my grandparents' house. I want to go back there as soon as possible. And right when that right when that happens, my uncle grabs me, and they kind of noticed over time that fire fluid. What's wrong with you? They call me fire fluid. They're like, oh, dude, you're not as talk talkable, not as talkative as you used to be. What's going on? My dad thought I was just sad, like the whole time. He thought, oh, he's so sad, and he took me out to the hot tub, and that made me feel a little bit better because I think the heat, I don't know, kind of numbed it. But I still got out pretty quickly because I felt like crap. So my uncle, he grabs me, and and when I say grab, I mean I was like a small child. He grabs me, and he kind of shakes me. Oh, you're not feeling so well. And at that point, I'm not even trying to hide it. I'm like, oh, please stop, please stop. I was just suffering. Put me out of my misery. So then I go to the car, and a few minutes later, my family also gets in the car. And see, there was this half second when I thought, you know what? Maybe I'll get home. Maybe Pepto-Bismol can come in clutch. Maybe I can gurgle some salt water. In my throat. You know sometimes you yawn and then your throat gets a little bit wet? I didn't yawn, but I felt moisture in my throat. It wasn't rising, I just felt moisture. And at that moment, I'm not even kidding. I think I knew it was gonna happen at that point, but I was sort of in denial. I was literally praying to God that I wouldn't vomit. So, and I'm pretty sure I'm an emetophobe, so I don't like anything related to vomit. People being sick, I hate it. Whenever someone gets sick at school, I have all of the panic attacks. So we're about 5 minutes away from my grandparents' house, and I bend over and I vomit. It shoots out of my. It wasn't like projectile, but it was vomit, and there wasn't a whole lot of it, but it was enough to know. Wait, this is vomit. I'm not just choking. So that happened. My mom is like panicking. She's like, "Oh my God, pull over!" This is her new car. She had gotten it earlier that day, and it only took me a couple hours to vomit in it, and that's got to be some kind of record. I'm gonna submit it to Guinness World Records. And my brother is sitting right next to me. He's completely unfazed by this. He looks at me. I vomit, and then I recoil, and he's like, fire fluid. What color was it? Because it was like really dark. It had to be like 9 or 10, and I didn't laugh. I would have probably laughed if I wasn't vomiting or someone else in the car has gotten sick. But laughing made me feel sick, so I didn't. So we go home. And I ran out of the car to run into my grandparents' house because I wanted to just go sit down as soon as possible. And I had this weird feeling. It felt like I was seeing everything in like 5 frames per second. That's what it felt like anyway. I get in, and my grandparents are, "Oh, why do you look so sweaty? Why do you look the way you look? Why are you worried?" My parents walk in, "Oh, he vomited in my new car." They say it with no, like, it was pretty funny. So they bring me upstairs. I lay down, and I'm feeling a little bit better at this point because, I'd already gotten some of it out of my system. Notice how I said some of it. There was still plenty of vomit in there. So, I sleep in a room. Well, yeah. So I lay down, I go to bed late. I have my phone with me because one thing I find helpful, if you don't have a phone and you're just laying there feeling sick, you just sit there with the sickness. But if you have some entertainment, it's not as bad. So, it was the middle of the night. I woke up and I felt pretty sick in the middle of the night. I thought I had to go take a crap, so I go to the bathroom. And then when I'm walking out, there's like, whenever you come out of the room that I was sleeping in, there's like a hallway. And there's a room across that hallway, and that's the bathroom. So I go in there, and then when I come out, I'm in the hallway that takes me to my bedroom. And I go, and it was coming up. You could hear it from the other room. My dad, he rushes out of his room. He grabs my shoulders, steers me towards the toilet, and I vomit. Right into the toilet. And it's a black toilet, too. And the vomit was white, so it's stained. And then I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to take my sleeping bag in here and lay down next to the toilet. Full head hover mode. So I lay down. I think I vomit one more time during the night. I'm not sure. And I was really, really thirsty. I don't think I fell asleep at all later that night. I was so thirsty for so long. And I'm not even kidding. I watched some guava juice because at the time guava juice was like a big YouTuber and I was young, so that stuff appealed to me. And I watched his video of like $1 water versus $100 water, just to a degree to quench my thirst. I'm not even kidding. I'm pretty sure I can still find that in my search history and the date and time I looked that up. So in the morning, I'm like, you know what? I haven't vomited in like a couple hours. I go downstairs with my headphones. I just sit on the couch. My grandfather's like, "No, you can't do that. Go back upstairs, you cuck." So I do. And I don't vomit. It's not very climactic. But then the next day we went to my other uncle's house, and I was like internally panicking because I thought it was gonna happen again, and it didn't. And that's kind of the end of that story. And this video is getting too long. Enjoy this YTP as an outro. And this is the awkward part where I tell you that I had too much background footage, so just watch it. I don't want it to go to waste. Bye.
Great practical joke, Jim. Got me go to the annex.